It's the truth, man, the future, you know. You had Jay-Z and Pusha T being named in this Epstein files, right? They released like 3 million pages of this. I believe they're saying there's like 7 million pages, right? And out of all them pages, what got the internet buzzing is Jay-Z name coming up, right? Also, Pusha T, like, I was like, Pusha T, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they came up in the joint, man. We already know the whole Epstein situation. He had the island. He was accused of running whatever ring with minors and a lot of crazy shit, right? So this whole Epstein files I had to go through like the government just for it to be released. So you got people talking about it. You got people saying Jay-Z is finished, which I'm not so sure. We've seen Jay-Z have allegations before. Y'all know Jay gonna have the money team of lawyers behind him, right? Jay-Z actually ended up taking them folks to court and basically like getting that shit tossed out. But Jay-Z came up in this, regardless of if Jay is innocent or not, it's bad press, it's bad publicity. It doesn't look good for Jay. I believe they're saying Jay-Z and Beyonce done bought some land in a state out the UK. They're claiming they kicked it out the country. You got rumors of, oh, Beyonce's ready to leave Jay and all this. I'm like, if I know one thing about Jay, man, somehow, some way, Jay-Z going, wiggle his way out of the situation. Now, they're saying these pages wasn't direct messages from Jay-Z or Epstein or anything like that. Like, he wasn't in any of that type of paperwork. He was just in the file from a tip somebody made. Like, this woman who made the tip, right? This woman made accusations in 1996. You got people like 1996. Jay-Z wasn't even Jay-Z in 1996, right? Well, if he wasn't Jay-Z, how she know his name was Jay-Z, right? But it was from that. The woman basically claims, which I had to raise an eyebrow at the woman claims she was kidnapped and drugged and woke up at Epstein's house and Jay-Z was there, woo woo. But she claims this happened 7 times. 7 times. And give the FBI tip. 7 times she was allegedly drugged and kidnapped. Wake up Epstein and them there. That's, I don't know about that one, right? 7 times you didn't go to the police? Well, I guess you went and dropped the tip. Obviously, they ain't do nothing about the situation, but this whole situation done blew up, and really, Jay-Z's the big story out of this, right? Jay-Z, Pusha T, you know what I'm saying? Why do we keep hearing these type of stories, right? You got Nicki calling out Jay-Z, calling him out, saying he was dating Beyonce when she was young, woo woo. If he did that now, he'll be getting called out. I'm like, damn, once again, Jay-Z's in the news. But one thing about Jay, he knows how to keep a low profile until shit blow over, right? And I don't believe the NFL is gonna fire Jay-Z from, being the top person for the halftime show. I don't believe they're gonna do that. But let me read some of this joint, right? It says, the Department of Justice on Friday released 3 million documents from the Jeffrey Epstein files, along with 2,000 videos and roughly 1,800 images. The latest batch included mention of celebrities like Jay-Z, Pusha T, and Harvey Weinstein. Jay and Pusha, y'all definitely don't want to be associated with no Harvey Weinstein or no goddamn Jeff Epstein, right? So Jay done got in this situation. Jay-Z name was around with the whole P. Diddy situation. Y'all remember that? Now Jay-Z name lingering with Weinstein, lingering with Epstein. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it's looking like regardless of whatever went down with Jay, it's almost looking like Jay damn near bulletproof at this point. I got a theory. I got a theory. I don't know how true it is, but I believe they don't want to bring Jay-Z down, because in order to bring Jay-Z down, you might have to bring down Beyonce with him, and to bring down Jay-Z and Beyonce is going to be tough. That's what I believe. But it says mentions of the trio did not come from Epstein's personal records nor reports corroborated by law enforcement. The two rappers and the disgraced Hollywood mogul were named in a tip to the FBI, which was archived as a part of the Epstein investigation. The tip itself does not imply these individuals were investigated, nor does it in any way imply guilt for the accusations posted, as stated by the DOJ. Because of the sweeping nature, see, they had to make that clear, because they know, look, that boy Jay gonna sue, right? Jay-Z worth $2 billion, the richest black musician of all time, right? So Jay gonna sue, so they had to make it clear, hey, it doesn't imply guilt and all that, as stated by the DOJ. Because of the sweeping nature of the Epstein Files Transparency Act, everything sent to the FBI by the public in relation to the case was slated for release, meaning some of the accusation posed could be fake or falsely submitted. You know what I'm saying? And this is what people are running with, man. Just reading this right here, man. And man, look. Yeah, Jay's gonna get bad press. Yeah, Jay's gonna, look good in the eye of the public, public opinion. Jay, why are you always coming up in this? Jay, why are you dating Beyonce? Ooh. Y'all ain't say nothing about it when he was dating Beyonce when she was that young, right? They gonna say that, but the way it's already looking, they already giving loopholes for Jay. Really ain't gotta do shit. Jay like, man, I don't know what all that was about, but those false are claims. Those claims are false. I ain't had nothing to do with that. I ain't woo. But people are still gonna look at Jay like, nigga, you have been coming up in a racket shit with niggas' names who are not good at this moment. Now, to be fair, back in those days, then all of Epstein, Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, a lot of them Hollywood people were hanging with them. A lot of them Hollywood people was connected to them. A lot of them Hollywood people were rubbing shoulders with them. They was all cool. You know what I'm saying? People started distancing themselves from Weinstein and Epstein after they got caught up, because that's what the Hollywood people do, right? As soon as the heat come on you, they, distance themselves from you. We seen Kevin Hart doing it, even though Kevin Hart ain't called out P. Diddy, but he distanced himself from P. Diddy. We seen Jay-Z did do it. Jay-Z had his lawyers come out saying, look, me and P. Diddy was not friends, we did business together, that's it. Even though you seen him in all them pics parlaying together, right? According to the FBI crisis intake report included in the latest Epstein release, an anonymous victim, these hoes always anonymous, while putting all types of crazy claims on people. They get to just be anonymous, who claims she had been drugged and sexually abused in several instances throughout the years. Just throughout the years. They just keep coming back for you. No charges. You ain't go to the law. You ain't say, man, F that. I know exactly who did this. Just multiple times. Which they said allegedly was 7. who claimed she had been drugged and sexually abused in several instances throughout the years, said Pusha T, Terrence LeVar Thornton, was one of her handlers. Also in the report, goddamn, Pusha? Supposed to be this street nigga from Virginia Beach. How you get mixed up in this Epstein, Weinstein? You know what I'm saying? That was very surprising to a lot of people. Pusha coming up in this. I don't believe people were that surprised with Jay-Z name coming up, right? Also in the report, the victim says she once woke up in a room with Weinstein and Jay-Z, Sean Carter with her. The report also stated that because the victim was drugged in both scenarios, her memory was clouded. Man, the way this is, what I'm seeing, there is too many instances in this report where they're clearly saying, well, we're not saying it's true. Well, it doesn't mean it's true. It could be false. Her memory was clouded. So it does not look like to me that out of this specific file, whatever you want to call it, that something's going to come out of this. Like, oh, next thing you know, we're going to see Jay-Z locked up or something. Now, can other things come up and, to get Jay caught up? Yeah, but from this specific situation, they're giving every loophole for Jay and like, man, all that shit's false. I mean, the reports say it might not be true. Reps for Jay-Z and Pusha T did not immediately respond to the Variety's request for comment. Director Murad Nair, the mother of New York Mayor Zohran Madani, was also found in a new release. She was mentioned by naming an email from publicist Peggy Siegel to Epstein. Oh, shit. They talking about all that. I was really looking for the... I was looking for that, but they talking about all that. But I wanted to stick more on the Jay-Z and Pusha T situation, right? Now, look, man. We already knew once this joint got released, there was going to be a lot of celebrities' name in the joint. They've been pushing, saying Trump was going to be in the joint. I haven't seen that much, like as far as media-wise, them talking about anything with him like Jay-Z. Now, that's only half of what they allegedly got, right? That's only half of it. So everybody's talking, everybody's speaking on the situation. I believe Jay-Z gonna wiggle his way out of this situation. You got people calling out Jay-Z. You got some people like, man, there's nothing there, whatever. You got some people defending Jay-Z, right? You got Lizzo, hypocritical ass out here with her own legal issues. She's out here defending Jay-Z. Let me let y'all hear what Lizzo had to say about this situation.
People in the comments, I knew she was wrong. Jay-Z, I knew he was... What did it say Jay-Z did? He was there in 1996? Come on, people. Like, y'all are falling for it. It's the easiest, oldest trick in the book. And honestly, I'm losing faith in the average intelligence of the American person. Because, come on. Just because somebody's name is mentioned in a 3 million document file of a person's life who's been lived over crimes who've spanned decades, doesn't mean that every single person is an accomplice. He could be mentioned. He referenced Jay-Z once. He was like, oh, we could learn from Jay-Z's business model. Why are y'all... Where's the crime? Focus. Anyways, y'all. The American people and the media is so smart. They're going to make you so distracted with celebrity names that you're not going to focus on the problem. You think every party that Diddy ever threw was a freak off and people were fucking and slipping and sliding on baby oil? No! That man had birthday parties. That man had Easter gatherings. That man had Super Bowl parties. That man had Christmas parties, Halloween parties, regular parties. And so now they're saying Mom Donnie's mom who's a filmmaker. They're like, oh, she's on the Epstein list because she was on a guest list for Ghislaine Maxwell's like showing of a political film once. Hey, 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 you're distracted. You just want Mom Donnie to be a bad guy.
That was Lizzo defending Jay-Z, not making no sense. You know, these hoes don't make no sense. Not that she was defending him, but not making no sense with her example. She talking about if I or somebody go to the store and steal an apple, does that mean everybody in their phone was participating in stealing the apple? Boy, you don't make no sense. That is not even comparable. The man's accused of running a PDF ring. So that would have to be compared to if you were being investigated for running a worldwide underground criminal apple stealing ring and somebody's name pop up in that person's file. It wouldn't be surprising for somebody to be like, hey, could you have been part of this worldwide apple stealing ring, Lizzo? Miss, everybody be fat shaming me, but I'm gonna turn around and fat shame my background dancers. You, Lizzo. That's Lizzo. Lizzo got her own legal issues going on. Lizzo done fucked her own career up. Lizzo done fell off. She's a hypocrite. Do all that boo-hooing and crying and treated them girls, her backup dancers like that, allegedly. Lizzo was out there trying to get the dancers to put the bananas that whatever performers was sticking up their pussy to basically put it in their mouth. She was trying to get the background dancers to allegedly be touching on different performers, talking crazy to these girls, calling them fat, calling them lazy. That Lizzo. Miss everybody be fat shaming me. Now she done lost some weight. She ain't crying no more. You see how that work? Fat bitches always talking about big is beautiful until they go lose some weight. Now they want to show you their body now. That's Lizzo. Lizzo, you need to be the last person speaking on anything in this type of situation. I believe at this point, Lizzo is desperate. She's trying to defend Jay-Z. She's trying to get in good graces with Roc Nation because her career is basically compared to what it was. I remember when Lizzo was out at the height. When her little song was out, the song that I really don't like, and she talking shit to men, you know what I'm saying? See, niggas, we different from women, okay? When a bitch start making a song disrespecting niggas, I be feeling some type of way, right? D-hoes, you can disrespect them and they shake their ass to it, right? You a hustle, shake that ass. You a hustle, shake that ass. Hey, face ass. You know that, y'all. That Lizzo song used to rub me the wrong way. Why, man? No, like, man, you don't sit your fat ass down somewhere. But that was Lizzo defending Jay-Z. I believe she was trying to get in good graces with Jay or whatever, man. But once again, Jay's in the mix. Now Pusha T's in the mix. Shit like this, though, regardless of what happens, it does do damage, you know what I'm saying? It does damage your reputation. It does make you, look bad in the public eye, but I don't believe it's going to stop what Jay got going on. Jay has a machine behind him, and he is a machine himself. I believe Jay-Z's going to continue to work with the NFL. This tells you a lot about the NFL, right? They'll suspend the player just off anything, right? A bitch say he did something, they suspend the nigga, but they not gonna stop doing business with Jay-Z. Why? Because Jay-Z's halftime shows have been very successful. People have been looking forward to the halftime shows. It's generating money. People are toning in. They're getting advertisers. So I don't believe, I could be wrong, but I personally don't believe the NFL is going to stop doing business with Jay-Z over this whole situation or whatever like that, man. But it looks like Jay-Z, he's in the news again, man. He laying low. They said him and Beyonce out the UK about to buy in the state next to Ellen DeGeneres, which is, I don't know what's going on over there, right? But they saying Ellen DeGeneres got an estate close by over there in the UK. But I don't believe this whole situation is strong enough with evidence enough to, bring criminal charges against Jay-Z or Pusha T at this moment. I'm out.